Yo, YouTube, we have a type of reaction type of video we don't normally do on this channel. We talk a lot about, anime, comics, cartoons, etc. But today we're gonna be talking about streamer news. It's actually quite ironic because one of my favorite, like, I guess, viewers, let's say he's one of the guys, one of my buddies, the Odd Brother, he suggested when we were live on Twitch yesterday that we like restream the streamer awards when they, come out or something along that line. Maybe he meant the Gamer Awards. Who knows, right? But seeing this, I'm assuming the streamer awards are out, and apparently, an interesting set of situations happened. As I didn't, as I wasn't tapped in, I didn't see it live. This is the type of video I can watch to educate myself on the topic. And if you were unaware of the drama surrounding the streamer award situation, this is kind of a first, and it's something you might, enjoy. And then, comment down below if you like this video, if you'd like to see me do more news topics as well to, vary my reactions to just, the whole point why I hope you guys subscribe and hit that bell is that I can find content like this and we can watch together. And it's a way, if you're into the culture like I am, to, without putting in as much work, just by subscribing to me or joining the Discord community link down below, you're notified when I drop videos. And you can turn notifications like off, like pinging wise for the videos and stuff, but you might want to just go in there every now and then and scroll through, and you might find a topic that's like, oh shoot, I've been thinking about Devil May Cry recently. I've been thinking about the Streamer Wars recently. I've been thinking about Power Rangers, Ninjago, Steven Universe, whatever, and you'll be able to hear someone talk about kind of like the current events surrounding that topic. It's also a way for me not to like pigeonhole myself into one box. I am presenting myself to you guys as kind of a personality, as a person, and I hope to acquire a platform to essentially do good. That is essentially the main reason I'm here. It's quite selfish, to be honest, but my desire is to be someone that can help, not only put people on, but learn and grow and kind of not redefine the human experience, but redefine viewing it and how you experience that experience is already there. I'm pulling back a curtain more than I am changing something. But that's enough yap for me. As you see, I hit that bell for my dog Novely. Hope you'll do the same for me. Without further ado, let's hop straight into
Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG.
This is the same girl that was supposed to be with DDG, but it's with Stefan Diggs. I don't know which one. It's Stefan and Trayvon. One of them's with Cardi B. She's with the other one. And it's interesting because I think it's Stefan. It's like Adapt is there in the room. So she's like throwing shade on Adapt. By like currently, like as rewards are going on.
I don't care what y'all say.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Kai Cenat is not P. Diddy.
Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India Love for ruining the event.
The Streamer Awards just happened, and of course people couldn't let the event go off perfectly. Some people had to try and gain some spotlight or gain some attention and ruin it in ways that I cannot describe. All the way from India Love going up on stage for no real reason and disrupting Valkyrae from talking, to Fan making some jokes that had people very uncomfortable, probably even Kai Cenat, because she compared him to the likes of Diddy. But I want to go over some of the weird and crazy things that happened during the Streamer Awards. But in order to do that, we have to start from the very beginning. Who even are these people? What is this event? And how do we get here in the first place?
Hassan is here. Is that a vibration remote in your pocket, or are you just
Because he used a shock collar on his dog.
excited to be here?
I'll put it on you later.
Hey, that's that. No disrespect to the OGs of streaming. This is like that poggers type humor. I don't dislike it, but it's very It's very foreign to me.
Going forward in this video, most of the people I am about to mention are streamers or content creators of the sort, just so I don't have to keep on repeating it. But this is the Streamer Awards, an award show held by QT Cinderella, a very popular streamer where she gets together and has awards that she hands out to a lot of the streaming community for the accomplishments that they made throughout the year. And she has awards spanning from Best Battle Royale Streamer, Best Duo Streamer to Streamer of the Year. And people all across Twitch come to celebrate. And unfortunately for her, most of these events don't go off perfectly. We have people trying their hardest to ruin it or just take the spotlight away from people who actually deserve it. We have that moment perfectly illustrated by the India Love situation that happened during the Streamer Awards.
DDG, Vanilla Mace.
mind you, you see how many people are here? There's like 4 people here. But then she goes, this guy should have got this guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of corny when the winner of said event is in not only in attendance, but is right there. Like, come on, bro. You gotta have a certain amount of like IQ. And I thought they just called her Wendy. Why are we calling her Wendelin? Her government.
And the streamer award goes to Adapt. Best breakout streamer. This means so much to me, and I'm so grateful, man. Thank you guys. You guys have no idea how much you have changed my life, man.
That was the Breakout Streamer Award, an award given to somebody who has gone to new heights in streaming this year, and it wasn't as popular maybe the year before that, or just really wasn't streaming. And you saw the person that won happened to be FaZe Adapt. Congrats to Adapt, by the way. I doubt he's watching this video, but still congrats to him. Well, obviously losing isn't the best feeling in the entire world. You saw that the other contestants like Wendy Ortiz, Vanilla Maze, DDG, and Rakai didn't make that big of a fuss, or didn't really end up doing anything. But apparently someone that was really upset that Adapt won was India
set up
Love.
for the
She decided
reward,
to show everyone just how mad she was by storming the stage unannounced, unprovoked, and for no real reason to give
unannounced is crazy. The fact that it wasn't like scheduled makes it worse. I mean, why would you schedule the kind of like not defamation as in slander, but the defamation? I guess it's the same word, but like, you know, the defaming of someone who just won an award.
Her 2 cents to everybody that no one really asked for.
Sapphire Award, our 2023 winner, Valkyrae.
As they're walking off, bro, runs up. Looking around this too. Everybody's like, what's happening?
Real quick, y'all. I know breakout.
Real quick. You can't, you're not bigger than the program. You can't just interrupt.
Streamer of the Year went to Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt.
And stuttered.
Congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out.
And
Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
Several issues.
were they booing her? That's funny.
One, India Love is not Kanye West. And before she even went and stormed that stage, she was actually interrupting an entire award show. No one invited her. QT didn't have this as
another
surprise.
event was about to go off.
To be going up there. She did that of her own volition, making a complete fool and
That's
idiot of herself,
embarrassing,
and probably making the people that she's so-called trying to defend, being Rakai and DDG, upset in the process, because no one wants to be seen as a laughing stock or as someone who's associated with a person that's
Or besides that, no one wants to be associated as a sore loser.
going to interrupt an award show purely because the people that they liked didn't win. That doesn't make anybody in the situation look good. Yes, again, it's unfortunate to not win the award, but it's way worse to have another person who represents you go up there and try to have a Will Smith moment, all because an award wasn't given to them or given to the person they like. That's why she got booed off stage. She is not some diva or some queen that everybody was cheering for, happy to have this happen. She's just a bumbling idiot that everyone gets to point and laugh at now. And of course, we get more insight on why this happened in the first place, because there was actually someone that encouraged her to do this and talked about the aftermath when she actually came back to her seat.
Someone encouraged her?
Just me and India. She's like, I feel bad for Rakai though. I feel like
Mind you, I think he got banned off Twitch for doing something. Is this the same Simba that makes the videos? No, I'm thinking about Asama-san.
I gotta say something. You're not crazy. She's like, what? You know about me? She's like, I might need another drink though. Like, okay, your drink right there. So that happens. She goes to walk up. I'm like, oh, she's chilling. Gang, you would have thought she called a body. Like 8-10 guards pull up. 8-10 guards pull up to the spot. Say, you have to go.
Reasonable.
Like, okay.
This is Playboy Max's cousin, someone who was also at the Streamer Awards and as was sitting next to India Love, and basically encouraged her to go up there, not thinking that she would actually do it. Why you would encourage that act, I don't know. Why she actually did it, I don't know. Bro. But after doing so, as he said,
and the reason she was excommunicated is it's disrespecting the event and disrespecting the people there. I get it if you're standing for something here, but you're standing for something nobody asked you to do, not to mention you disrupted the flow of the event. This isn't a tweet after. This is not a, talk to as many people as you can there saying, yo, this is crazy. I feel like my people got snuffed. This is trying to like get a go at like kind of attention and being seen as like, oh, I'm rooting for like the underdog. But it's like there was no loser in this situation. These are awards that just commemorate your performance, and enough people, the people, not the people here, but the people that you kind of perform for have said that, yo, you did your thing. You get what I'm saying? It's not crazy that for you to be someone who didn't win the award, to be nominated in general, to be happy with that alone, because that's almost an award. when Platboy Max went up and seen the video he dropped, they're like, yeah, 2 nominations. No, who was it? It was FaZe. It was like 2 nominations or 3 nominations, 2 wins. The nominations are the like trophy, the prize, because not everybody gets to be a part of this type of event. Not everybody was nominated for something, right? So the nomination in of itself is the award. So for you to go up there and like kind of make it seem like the nomination wasn't enough, you're not only like disrespecting the establishment, you're going a step further, interrupting the show and putting disrespect on people who are there and the people who were nominated by implying that them being nominated wasn't enough, which also disrespects the people that the show is for, right? The people who are watching live.
He was escorted out by several guards, probably because she just stormed the stage for no real reason, thinking that she was about to get a moment, but she had a bunch of people laughing at her because she's being a complete idiot and a nuisance. I don't know why we can't act like we have some actual sense while at an award show, regardless if it's the streamer awards, the soccer awards, or just the awards to win a plastic water bottle. You can understand that people have regulations and things that they want to happen a certain way, and you disrupting all of that is going to get you kicked out of the event. But obviously, India Love herself didn't see anything wrong with what she did, because when she went on her own stream, she talked about it as if she just had her own Kanye moment and that she should basically be praised for what she had done.
Why? That was good.
What needed to happen. I was gonna make it happen regardless.
Why did that need to happen?
Make it happen. You know what's crazy though, Daz? On my life, when I went over there to go talk.
Oh, it's because Daz is in the Clover Boys, so he's like brothers in a way, like sworn brothers kind of with Rakai. So it makes sense that you want him to shout it out. And I would understand for Rakai in his own like kind of naive way to be like, I'm snuffed. I was snuffed. You know, just because I got banned don't mean you can da-da-da. But it's very well known that if you're banned on Twitch, it's not acceptable to, like, Twitch can, like, I don't know if TOS has changed, but if someone's banned, mentioning them could get you cooked. Something like that. I don't know. But I remember back when I think Aiden was banned, something happened where he was on a phone, like people thought he was on a phone with Josh. And he said, I said Josh, oh God, with rage. And he said something crazy and they thought it was him. So then they were gonna try to ban Rage, the only person they can like affect to kind of stop this hearsay, this bad thing from happening. So in this case, it's like, what do you expect them? They can't honor you for that no more. Not to mention those who have issues with your deeds ethically are not going to vote for you anymore. A lot of people will change the way they vote for you because the act that he did, for those of you who don't know, is allegedly, he did that shit. Allegedly, he gave flowers to a lady that was leaving Walmart. She fully finished shopping. She left Walmart. She was leaving Walmart, and he was walking in. He gave her flowers. She not only, this isn't a situation where she just took him, oh, thank you, right? But she said, did you pay for these? And he said, yeah, I paid for these. And then she walked out of Walmart taking those flowers. And it's supposed to be a prank, and me seeing it, it looked like the way he kept looking back, he expected like the alarm to go off, like when people steal stuff. And he was expecting that to happen and to be a whole thing. But it didn't. He like sped off, ran, kept looking back, tried to like get an alibi, start talking to random people just in case something happened with her. But that could have ruined her day. That could have got her banned from the store, X, Y, Z, etc., etc. A numerous amount of things, a plethora of things, a myriad of things could have occurred. That it's in itself, it's a terrible action for him to take. One might argue it's small, considering some people do literal like substances live and like say like use like loopholes for people to be okay with that. People have gotten banned for less time for having literal intercourse in front of people on a platform that doesn't do stuff like that. So a lot of people are complaining that's too severe. He's banned for 2 years, a little over 2 years, but 2 years. And I don't know. I think the mature approach is to just go like, I messed up. As a man, it's just an accountability thing. When I say man, I don't mean man, like male. I mean human. You know what I'm saying? As a man, as man, woman, man, your job is to take accountability for your actions. And that's the most powerful thing you can do. That's what you have control over. And I think for you to do something like that and then have the approach of like, free me, cool, free you. But it shouldn't be free me, F them, I did nothing wrong. It should be free me, I understand the consequences of my actions, or I don't think the punishment should be this severe, but as a grown man, I'm going to take it to the chest. And then do your own thing. As a content creator, if you really want content, go do your own thing. You still have a YouTube channel. Go record what you're doing. Start a new startup. Find something you want to do and like really record that as like a series or something. Start a documentary. Go do something of substance to make use of these 2 years.
To Rakai, I didn't like his demeanor. Like Rakai head was down.
Maybe it's because I'm like a big Manhwa watcher, and that's what a would do. You know, they lead a family. Like the patriarch is like, yo, you're exiled from the family for 2 years, and like they're just training that whole time. Come back that good, bro. You know what I'm saying? The corrupt, that's beside the patriarch is like, lower your head before the patriarch. You're like, nah, bro, that's my father, bro, chill. And then you try to attack him, and then etc. But I think the reason they hold this W censor, I think the reason they hold this position is because Rakai is a kid. He's younger than me, and like people call me a kid. Personally, I don't use that excuse. I don't think anyone should use that excuse of age unless it's a literal like physical thing. Like, oh, I'm 95. You couldn't expect me to actually lift this entire fridge by myself. Other than that, I don't think your age should be a measure of your competence. It is indicative of the amount of EXP you have, which is why someone steals from you and they're a grown man, you don't like that. A little kid steals from you, it's like, whatever. You get what I'm saying? But to the same extent, I think it's a little grandeur. It's not something that needed to be done.
Rakai didn't have his his light. I'm like, nah.
It's not like she's doing this to cheer him up.
Nah, I need to feel this. Like, I don't give a like. He just didn't have like Rakai's head was down. His whole like, I didn't like that.
Now, I know I said it basically after every clip, but I think it really needs to be emphasized. She is not Kanye West. This is not the Oscars. This is an award show. Now, obviously, Rakai being one of the youngest people to be nominated for this award show, he is 17 compared to all of these 20-plus-year-olds who are also winning.
Been working for years, too.
Because he's younger doing all this. But the course of action to correct his behavior or to make him feel better isn't to go up on stage when you are not invited and tell everybody that Rakai should have actually won and that DDG got snubbed for the award, when Adapt put in just as much work as all of them. By doing this, I feel like you're trying to discredit him and all the work that he's put in, and genuinely it makes you seem like a complete idiot, and it's not gonna have anybody on your side. Even the people that you're trying to defend, like Rakai and DDG, are not. It makes them like look bad in a way. Doing this, they're getting on their streams and questioning why you did all of this, specifically DDG, because when he talked about it afterwards, he was literally saying, "Yeah, I had to check up on India."
I seen what India did. I checked on her to make sure she was straight. I know a lot of y'all felt frustrated. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out to Adapt. Adapt went crazy. Everybody went crazy.
Gotta shout out Adapt. It is what it is.
Crazy in their own way. You know, that's the point of a community. You feel me? It's the point. The point of a community is being together.
Even DDG is having a better reaction to losing his award that he was nominated for, not her at the end of the day, than she is. And at the end of the day, yes, it's an award show. Obviously, you're going to want to win. But even the people around you that you're sticking up for aren't.
To be honest, though, awards are not meant to be desired in the sense of like, I need to win. Awards are meant to show your accomplishments. So if your thought process is I'm going into this award show to win, your mindset's in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? Because the award show happens after the fact. If you want to win, you would have put in that work while you was there in the field. You get what I'm saying, chat? Not saying you go to the award show, I want to lose. No, it's like you go in accepting for what it is. This is an opportunity to show off the hard work we put in. I hope I get nominated. I hope I'm there. And I heard that if you were the winner, you were notified ahead of time. So if you weren't notified ahead of time, you know you didn't win. However, there's a chance I was nominated. I want that. I want this like chance to show that I'm doing something, and then I go for better next time. It's like the way Max was talking about the fact that he said he was gonna get a Grammy last year, and he was nominated this year. So it's like that's what we're gonna do next year. You get what I'm saying? Like instead of approaching it like, I lost the Grammys, I was snubbed. He didn't even promote his own album, or like not album, but EP that he dropped. But a person that was with him had to go, yo, check out his EP. He's not worried about that. You're not at the event for that. You get what I'm saying? You're there to celebrate and commemorate the work people put in along the way.
Going to the lengths or even having good reactions to the things that you've been doing. You can say it's PR training, but overall, I think a normal person would just see what India Love did and not want that to happen, especially if she's trying to do it representing you. We can see what the normal consensus would be from a streamer like Lacey.
It's still a very fun event. Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India love for ruining the event. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know?
So your first initial thought is to run up on a stage, make a scene, and
Mind you, too, Adapt is his dog. You know, all of FaZe put in work. And Adapt is one of the older members of FaZe. A lot of older members of FaZe have fallen off, but Adapt constantly shows time and time again that he does adapt. He's tenacious. He works towards what he's going for, and he is a fan favorite, you know? And to see somebody that you consider your brother winning like that, it's a good feeling. But then to see someone go in and kind of desecrate what he did, you know, it's like, come on, bro. Shout out to Adapt, but it should have won. Fuck you. These two people you putting above me. Xenia had to throw DDG name in there. She did that for collateral. She did that to make it look like, yo, I'm loyal. She did that to give herself an out. Right? Versus if she would went up there for Rakai, the narrative of like, this a little kid. Like, instead of going, Rakai should have won, you go up there, yo, I really would like to thank Rakai for the work he put in, bro. I think, you know, it would be good if he got an award like this, but I know he feels good to be nominated. Sorry you couldn't be here, but I want y'all to show y'all support for Rakai. And once again, congratulations to Dat for winning this award. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry for interrupting. And then boom. Still would have been like perceived potentially negatively, but you're going to have a lot more people going, oh, you know, she tripping, but it wasn't negative. It is interrupting, which is poor etiquette. But then you see the clip of, I saw him without his light and da-da-da-da. Then it's like, oh, I feel better for her. She was doing that because of blah, blah, blah. Which it's still an act that is not, it's like, in theory, ending someone else to save a loved one. It's not an act that is condonable because you did the thing, but it's like you did it because you, in your mind, had no choice. I can understand it. And then the anger kind of quells there. While, like, what she did was take this arrogant, I'm Kanye approach and like, man, she won this. Y'all, blah, blah, blah. And I guess, shout out to that. That's not the way you approach it.
Discredit other people? Rakai had a huge year and he deserved to be up there and deserved to win. There's just no need for that. It was just trashy, bro. It was just trashy. It was trashy. It was like just attention-seeking trashy. It's just weird.
Well, I feel like the entire India Love situation was very weird and people are going to look at her as an oddball going forward. I feel like this is something that the Streamer Awards or anybody who was helping with it could not predict. They could predict that India Love was going to run up on stage and do what she did, and they went to great lengths after she did it to stop it from happening again by kicking her out of the award show. But they definitely could predict where the jokes that were going to be made because they had to be run over by somebody or somebody had to approve these things that were going to be said. And let me just tell you, most of these jokes during the Streamer Awards were interesting at best and some of the most awkward inducing weird moments I've ever seen. And a specific one that's getting a lot of traction is the jokes that they made about Kai Cenat.
Achievements. We've got another record breaker here tonight too. Kai Cenat. This year, as everyone knows,
that Gigi, is that his Yuri somewhere?
You broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university.
You see the way he's looking at her?
The record for the most expensive this year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut.
Most expensive haircut, which is an awkward way of like saying like, yo, you hit the most subs. You know, you could have said you broke the record of like having the most people in the Twitch chat. You had LeBron cut your hair, the most expensive haircut of all time. Like, how your charisma when you're doing something like emceeing is so important, and the way she's delivering these lines is like very like, I'm cutting you, but I'm cutting you so shallowly to where it's like, it's awkward, bro. Shut up.
Haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also,
he's printing.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Now, obviously, this is an award.
Shout out Marcus, man.
That was you, right?
It's good seeing him here. Look how he tried to clap for her, bro, because nobody else is clapping. It's awkward, bro. You know what I'm saying? Compared him to Diddy, said he had the most expensive haircut. It's like, the huge thing about jokes is delivery, punchline, and timing. For example, self-appreciation jokes I don't like, and when someone jokes about me, it's very heavy in like I'd say black community. It happened a lot growing up. So it's like, if someone jokes about you, it depends on the context. This is your homeboy, and y'all cool, and it's punch, 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 punch. Like, they punch you, you punch them. Type joint with the jokes, like punchline, punchline, punchline. cool. But in this setting, it needs to have delivery. It needs to have a certain amount of follow through. It has a certain amount of build up. This was just, yo, you know what I'm saying? We have an award show, but you deserve the greatest award of all time, bro. You broke the record of you know what I'm saying? That also led to you having the most expensive haircut. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? And then kind of like finding something else instead of going least educational university. Like, oh, you turned it up with this. And then maybe if it's planned for the award show, roll a clip of Streamer University. You had the most expensive haircut, having LeBron cut your hair. Roll a clip of that. And then if you want to do the Diddy joke, go ahead. But like, come on, bro.
Now, obviously, this is an award show. Not just any award show, but an award show with content creators who
everybody
make jokes on
here,
stream
bro,
all the time. And some of them can tend to go a little bit too far and end up even being funny to the point of being recognized as all-time memes or places on the internet. This joke right here is not only none of that, but also not even that funny of a joke to begin with. These several ones that she made before even comparing Kai to Diddy Combs was saying that his Streamer University was the least educational university in the world and basically calling his Mafia-thon a trip to get one of the most expensive haircuts possible.
You get what I'm saying?
Those
like,
two, I guess you can put aside because they're not
really
that
hating.
crazy. But comparing Kai to Diddy is something that a lot of people have already had issues with and find very.
It's just hating, and then to go a step further and compare him to Diddy, like, it tells me what you're trying to do. And that's why when she first was telling the jokes, face was straight as hell, unfunny. He even twitched a little because he cringed. And then when she started going the extra length, you're reaching. But he's in a position where he can't make a scene and like call you out. So it's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Probably even Kai himself. Because while he's just trying to have fun and streaming, be compared to someone like Diddy Combs who was in jail, locked up for a plethora of bad things, it's probably not something you want on yourself. And obviously, not just me having a problem with this, but other people online, and even someone who was actually at the Streamer Awards, that being Ty Lil, wanted to speak out and say something about the weird joke that fan made.
Okay.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn it on, turn it on.
Oh, Rakai was there at the award. He looks happy. What did India Love do that for?
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn it on, turn it on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
Type tech. He said turn the mic on. I know what he's talking about.
If you all gonna be on the mic making
You saw the pause before he said what he was gonna say next? That's humor, chat.
jokes, at least let it be funny.
Is that Ray? I don't think that's Ray. Ray don't be put together like this. It looks way more composed. He looks taller too.
If you all be on the mic making jokes, at least let it.
I would expect that to be the Clover Boys, because Talil, Dez, Punga, Reggie, Rakai. You would think that'd be Ray.
Be funny. Have a good night.
Now we're in the same situation as we had with India Love. A little bit different, basically the same premise though, where Ty Lil was out here calling out Fan, but in doing so is disrupting the entire event, causing it to go to a complete halt in order to tell her that the joke that she made wasn't funny. Even some of the previous ones, which I didn't show, were on the same level as that. Well, again, this isn't the same exact situation as India Love, where she's coming up and discrediting someone who actually won an award. I feel like it's still pretty odd to do this in the middle of the event, because at the end of the day, these are all content creators, these are all streamers, these are all people that work on the internet. They know that these clips are going out and they will have a chance to react to it and say their opinions after the event is over. You don't need to be ignoring it. Even Kai showed his displeasure without actually sitting here and interrupting the event. No, I feel like he is justified calling out the
if he were to like say something crazy.
Doing it in this fashion doesn't help anybody. It just makes everything a lot worse for everyone involved in the situation. And unfortunately allows for other streamers to call out the stuff that Ty Lil did as a whole to make it seem like the jokes that were being said weren't that serious. Now this is an entire content creator event and people are being way too sensitive about what's being said. At least that's what this current streamer had to say about what happened.
Stupid. These people are stupid. These people are stupid. They can't take jokes, man.
Stupid. They can't take jokes. It's not that they can't take jokes. Literally, nobody laughed, gang.
Okay? These guys are streamers. Get out of the streaming space.
Oh, that's crazy. He's on Twitch and Kick. I did not know that was possible.
You can't handle it. Oh my god. Chat roasts us every day. And these young kids can't take a goddamn joke. That is streamers should be the biggest people. I mean, we should be able to take the jokes the most because we can deal with it every day.
He went from streamers to we. I like the affirmations there, Twin.
Hey, if you can't take a joke, get the out of here, you loser. You loser. If you're gonna be crying because I called you a loser for that, get out of my face.
That's because
it's not crying. It's just like you have no. If you're really trying to promote a message, you don't need to talk like that. Now, personally, as a grown man, it's like I'm just not gonna respond to whatever you're talking about. It's like you BSing. It's like I don't care. It's like if someone told you the sky's green, I have no reason to have a full on argument with you because maybe you're colorblind. Maybe you see blues as green. Maybe you're trying to rage bait me. And if our two realities are different and what you see is true and what I see is true, why have this annoying rigmarole with you about what is what? Instead, I just let you have your own perspective. And people who don't have IQ let that come off as cowardice or incompetence or, you being scared. But in honesty, the most like G thing you can do is be silent. Not stifle who you are and like, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing. But in situations like that, I'm gonna do what I just said. A loser is crazy, bro. That's crazy. And that's it. There's no extra reaction or energy I need to give that.
Because they are comparing him to someone like Diddy Combs. I don't think people understand how crazy his rap sheet is of the terrible things that he has done. If you're comparing him to another streamer or even another big name celebrity like Kevin Hart, I doubt he would care. But you're comparing him to someone who has been committed of doing...
Mind you, him and Kevin Hart are short. He's been making content with Kevin Hart.
All types of heinous things. Yes, I would also be upset. Even if people on the internet are doing the same thing, who's to say he is happy about that? And guys in streams, where that situation has happened, so we don't even know if he would ban people from his chat or even allow his own community to say these things about him. It is obvious by watching the clip that it was an awkward moment. These streamers are okay with people joking all the time because it's their main job and the way that they entertain.
Yeah, but also that argument to me is always corny of like, instead of, because again, the messenger is responsible for getting the message delivered. So if I say something to somebody, they don't understand me, I'm not childish enough to get angry at them for not understanding me. I'm going to realize as a messenger, I didn't do my job properly. That is how I'm able to stay calm in a vast majority of situations. But in this situation, it's like that argument is the same as going like, if you're a victim of any type of crime, going, bro, you're too soft. Bro, you said that was harassment. You said it was touching on you weird. They assaulted you. Nah, bro, you're too soft. That argument is like corny. You can't possibly, if someone's offended by something, it's not your job to change what you're saying. But if you live by don't be a dickhead policy, you know what I'm saying? DBD, don't be a dick, you know what I'm saying? Or D-bad, don't be a dick. You literally just understand, oh, I'm offending somebody, cool. If it's making them awkward and my jokes aren't hitting, them being awkward is going to make me uncomfortable, assuming I'm a stand-up human being. Knowing that, I'm either going to distance myself from them. Okay, we're two different types of people. I talk about this all the time. They take that too seriously. Or do what most people do. We all have different personalities. We all have different faces that we show to the public. And by the public, I mean different friend groups, different interests, different hobbies, etc. And when we're engrossed in these things, we express who we are in different ways. That's why all of them are necessary. It's okay to have friend group A where you make all types of crazy jokes with, and have friend group B where it's like, this is a more serious presented area. Let me actually lock in. So in this situation, it's tone deaf to go, but lock in. It's like with the Sydney Sweeney situation with the blue jeans ad. She was saying in the interview, the lady was like, yo, people were saying flack about what you said. You want to tell them like that's not what you meant? And she goes, nah, I don't need to say nothing else. That implies you mean that. And then she comes out later now talking about some, nah, I didn't mean what I'm saying. I don't like what people are talking about. I don't respond to good or bad press. And it makes it seem like you did nothing wrong. When this reporter told you actively this bad press, you not responding is going to leave this message, or you're going to reply and you went, nah, I'm good. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you can't possibly make this argument that being less sensitive or being, you know what I'm saying, more comfortable with people touching on you is okay when this person just, you know what I'm saying, did some type of violation, or in the other example, a crime. You need to accept the fact that you can just use your brain and live by D-bad and move on, gang.
But you can decide which jokes go too far and which jokes you don't like.
Exactly.
How you interact with them and how you go about
especially a person that went to your space.
Other jokes that were being made that people felt were very questionable, directed at Hassan along with FaZe Clan.
We're right there with Rage. Rage, I had a quick question. What's your favorite color on the pride flag?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't answer that because the colors represent different things.
Yes.
Rakai, question. What's the coolest thing you've
I think that's QT. Her hair is normally blonde, but I think that's her face.
ever stolen? Don't answer the test. It's a test, Rakai. Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it.
It's just the energy. Smile seems forced. You didn't let the joke simmer. You didn't let him give off an answer. Also, these jokes are based off of potential bad events and trying to make light of it, which is useful sometimes. You know, we laugh at, you know, bad things. And if you are the one who experienced it, to like make lighter of it, to help us process it and break it down and digest it. But here it's like just this forced, how you try to find a way to be funny. You know, it's just this exacerbated, desperate energy.
Take his mic. Take his mic. What? He's learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that.
All right, let's keep going this way. The table. Woo!
The who?
Or was it misogynistic? I don't remember. Jason, Sakura, the internet's favorite couple. Hi. And their short gay son, Ron.
Now, again, as I said, most of these jokes are interesting and leading toward the stage of awkward, the millisecond that everybody goes silent and realizes that none of this stuff is actually that funny, which is pretty interesting because they're in a room full of content creators whose entire job
people who
is
are supposed to be humorous,
the internet on a consistent basis. But at the end of the day, I can understand most of these things are supposed to be jokes. And a lot of these people that are put in these situations, if they didn't want to be, are just going to probably react like rage or say nothing like Rakai, or just have a face like Kai himself and try their best to just laugh it off and keep this whole thing going. But I assume a bunch of people in the crowd or even online were talking about how annoying and how bad the jokes were getting, to the point where Cutie herself had to address them.
All right, it feels like we're getting loose. We're warming up. We're having a good time. And I just want to remind you guys that everything we say tonight is a joke, okay?
You don't need to, like, that's how you know your jokes aren't hitting. The fact that you need to remind people that you're joking.
Especially after some of you talk to Fan. I know
That makes a joke about Tylil talking to Fan about her joke.
that people are going to take moments from tonight and clip them out of context and make it look like there's drama, and that always happens, but I would never set you guys up for something like that.
Understandably, she had to address it because it was not like it's just...
Yeah, this is all being recorded live, so when they are making those heinous comments, people can just clip them up. So as a streamer, you might be able to think in your head, oh, the people who stage this event are clip for me. And the butt of the joke here is me. That's very unfunny. You're going to make profit off of slandering me in some type of way under the guise of it's a joke. You know,
me and Tylil that were getting upset. And I want y'all to know, I'm not clipping these jokes out of context. I promise you.
That's just the joke itself. Yeah.
Jokes. They just randomly were walking around saying these things to people as they saw them going by. And I don't want to make it seem like there's actual hate, but there definitely was a disdain for this year's jokes and things that were being said by fans.
He said disdain
because it just was not hitting
big word
at all. And even people watching from home, like me, like you, if you were watching the Streamer Awards, had an issue with it. And along with people like Jinxie, who were calling out how apparently last year's whole segment with Sketch was way better than what we have going on with Fan and QT right now.
Oh my God, next.
Anyway, speaking of Streamer University, we do have alumni here tonight.
This is getting bad.
And Tota, wait, where's Tota?
I'm gonna be honest, shout out to her.
There's Ray, yeah, so the other guy wasn't Ray. Ray was at the table, just far right
She
side.
seems awesome. Sketch did way better last year, bro, and he was in and out of it. He was really Sketch did way better.
Oh, we're gonna speak on.
But shout out to her though.
Great, how are you? I'm a little drunk right now.
I told Marcus the joke that I was gonna do, and he's gonna steal it.
I really want to show that so y'all can understand how bad these jokes are really hitting. It's not just me hating, it's not just Tylil hating, it's not just the internet hating. People all across the world are genuinely surprised of how bad this performance was when it came to these jokes. Again, being outright weird and awkward at times to, at bare minimum, pretty interesting, and at the very lowest bar of what you could actually even call what a joke is. Outside of that though, along with the whole India situation, the Streamer Awards actually wasn't that bad, and the nominees that won definitely deserved it because of how much hard work they have been putting in throughout this entire year. And Cutie Cinderella, surprisingly,
I mean, that's the whole point. Everybody nominated should deserve it, to the point where whoever wins, yeah, y'all put in crazy work.
With all the technical difficulties and even some of the stuff I just showed y'all here that went down, it was actually still a pretty good award show, and I'm happy that it turned out as well as it possibly could. I don't want to make this video to hate on the Streamer Awards or to hate on Cutie Cinderella, but obviously I'm gonna talk about the drama that happens, and that will come with a bit of hate for certain things that happen at the award show. But overall, it was actually a pretty nice event, and if you missed out on it, definitely go look up the clip so you can see some more interesting moments from said award show. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel.
Type situation, man. Oh, here's another channel. Type Tech. Shout out my dog Navli. You know what I'm saying? This is a great video by him. And yeah, man, like I said before, let me know if you want to see videos like these on the channel more often. And for today's Scrabble, I guess, or word search, comment down below your favorite content creator, nominated or not, from the Streamer Awards. And yeah, man, make sure you guys stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. As always, you know what time to catch me next. Peace.